How's it going, everyone? My name is Sean, and today we're going to talk about my investment in PeerStreet. I've been invested in PeerStreet for 4 years now, and I wanted to give you an update of my investment portfolio in 2020 because we're about halfway in 2020 right now, and a lot has happened. So I really value your time, and the way this video is structured is part 1, we're going to go over my active and past investments. Part 2, we're going to go over the loans available. And part 3, we're going to go over my earnings. And at the end, I'm just going to give you my thoughts. And to get straight to the point, I am going to continue to stay invested in PeerStreet and hold my position. So let's go. PeerStreet has a really good user interface where I really like how everything's laid out and everything's really clear. This is interesting because you can see that my yield changed from my original 7.5% to 8.5%. And this is from referral links that people who sign up through PeerStreet. And if you click on that link down below, you can actually get a 1% bump yield in your loans if you open an account through that link. So you get 1% and I get 1%. I do like these notices that they provide just to give you an update of what's going on with these loans, right? I have another loan in Florida, right? And this was due on August 1st also. And we're going to look at the notices. The lender is contacting the borrower to determine what their exit strategy for the loan. And a lot has happened in the first half of 2020, right? We got the Rona that really affected the housing market. So this is one of the things, right? PeerStreet, you're invested, you're providing loans, short-term loans to borrowers who are invested in real estate. So this is one of the risks. These are my past investments. You can see that very recently, just in July, June, I got paid back for 3 of my loans, my total investment. Because of what happened in early 2020, a lot of these borrowers, they weren't paying back the loans. Back in April, they were contacting the borrower, like, what's your exit strategy? May 2nd, right? They were late on the loan. So PeerStreet bugged them and said, hey, like, what's happening? And what's nice about PeerStreet is that they actually stay on top of their loans, and they provide these nice updates, right? A demand letter has been sent to the borrower if the loan is not paid in full. And then the borrower asks for a 3-month extension. The loan is performing and matures on July 30th. And the loan is expected to pay off at maturity. And on July 27th, the loan has been caught current. And you can see on this cumulative earnings graph right here, back in March 2020, all payments stopped. That's what those little notices were for. And finally, on July 2020, the borrower paid back the loans. And so what's really interesting to see is that you can see all these transactions. This is the last interest payment before July. And in between that time, the interest payment stopped. And finally in July, I was paid back for all the months that I didn't get paid back for interest. And then finally, I got paid back my principal in July. So we'll take a look at my transaction history for all my loans. This gives you just a nice overview of all the interest payments that I get. And you can see for the couple loans I had, the same thing happened, right, as that previous loan. I got all my interest and my principal paid back all at once. That was quite interesting to experience because honestly, I didn't know what was going on, right? I mean, I could only, guess what was going on because of what happened in early 2020. I bet a lot of these borrowers just wasn't sure what's happening and the whole world stopped. They were probably, freaking out and just saying all right, we're not going to pay back this loan for right now until things settle a little. And then at the end, we'll pay back this loan. So here are the available investments. Oh, well, there's no available investments right now. And it's August 2020. PeerStreet provided this nice update right here. And they're basically saying is that because of Rona, the risk is higher than ever before for these loans. So right now, I think PeerStreet's kind of just waiting. So this is why there's no available investments right now. You can see the previous active investments. You can see the interest rate is pretty good, 8%, 8%. The LTV, this 75% is a little bit high for my taste. LTV is loan to value. So that's basically how much are they loaning compared to the value of the property. The higher the percentage, that means the more that's loaned out against the property, right? So if it's 75%, you can say 3/4 of the property value was loaned out to what was actually to the value of the property. And that's the collateral. If you found any value from this video and you want to get updates of my PeerStreet portfolio, consider subscribing. So here are my earnings. Annually, I averaged about 8%, and cumulative, I've averaged almost 30%. And you can see my total account value right here, and my total earn is about $1,800. My take on this is that this is great. You know, I can be invested in these short-term loans, right, without being really involved. And PeerStreet handles everything in these loans. You know, basically, I just deposit money and invest it and pick loans, and they take care of the rest. If you want to get into these short-term real estate loans, PeerStreet is just a great opportunity for that. They make it really easy. So in conclusion, I'm going to continue to hold my position in PeerStreet, and I'm not going to enter any new positions because there aren't any new positions. So we're going to see what happens in the rest of 2020, and I'm going to keep an eye out on the real estate market and see what kind of new investments come about on PeerStreet's platform. If you're interested in getting in real estate and earning recurring income and diversifying your money, I think PeerStreet is a great opportunity for that. They take a lot of the legwork and they bring these nice investments for you to invest in. So that's my review of PeerStreet. I hope you all have a great day. Take care. If you found any value from this video and you want to continue to get updates on my PeerStreet investment portfolio, consider